Alright, and in this video, we're going to go over how to find a raw score from a probability. So before we had a raw score, we found the z-score, and then we found the probability for that z-score. Now we're going to go the other way. I'm going to give you a probability, and you're going to use that probability to find the z-score. And then you're going to use that z-score to find the raw score. So we're just going in the opposite direction. We can see we're doing the same linkage. The z-score is the linkage between raw scores and probability for a normal distribution. So here are the steps for finding the raw score from a probability. First, you want to find the percentile if it's not given yet. So make sure you have it in the proportion form out of 1, or sometimes I call it decimal form, instead of a percentage. And if you had the probability above, then you have to do 1 minus the probability above to get the percentile. So just make sure you have the percentile first, because that's what the z table uses. Then you want to find the percentile that you have inside the table. So we're going to start from the inside, and then we're going to go out. Before we're starting on the outside, and we went in. And then you're going to find the z-score that goes with that percentile, and then you're going to use the x formula to find x. So here's an example. It says, what raw score cuts off the 0.5080 percentile for a normal distribution with a mean of 2 and a standard deviation of 1? So our first step is to find the percentile, which in this case we already have the percentile because that's what the problem says. But if we said the probability above, we would need to do 1 minus whatever probability above we were given. So just keep that in mind. And then we're going to find the percentile inside this table. So it's right here. So we find it inside. Inside is probabilities, outside is z-scores. Inside is probabilities, outside is z-scores. So you're going to find the probability inside and then go out to find the z-score. So we have a z-score of 0.02 here. So remember, probabilities are inside and z-scores are outside the table. And the first column here and then at the very top here. So after we find the z-score, you want to use the x formula. So this is the last step. And here we go. So we have x equals 2, which is our mean, plus 0.02, which is our standard deviation, or our z-score that we found from the z-table, and 1 is our standard deviation. And if you do the math there, you get 2.02. So here we went from a percentile of 0.5080, and we found out what raw score cuts off at that percentile for a normal distribution with a mean of 2 and a standard deviation 1. So this problem is backwards to the ones that we have been doing before. So just pay attention to what the question is asking for.